What's going on YouTube? Thomas L here. Friday, I saw like a little horror movie titled BRAID. So here's my quick review of it. Alright. In BRAID, it stars Madeline Brewer, who is, of course was recently on that Netflix movie Cam. It also stars Imogen Waterhouse, Sarah Hay, Scott Cohen. And it's the film, tells the story of Putella Thomas and Tilda Dawlings, who are two self-proclaimed artists who moved to New York City to follow their dreams. But, instead they become entangled in drug dealing and prostitution. And so one night they lose 80,000 of narcotics and are allotted 48 hours to repay the vengeful drug lord. And so, like, the young woman, hatched a plan to rob their wealthy childhood friend Daphne Peters, played by Madeline Brewer. And pretty much, Daphne, grown up into a dangerous agoraphobe who's like a prisoner in a fantasy world that the three created as children. And in order to get close to Daphne, the two girls must take part in Daphne's twisted and violent game of make-believe, and so like the three of them quickly descend into a deadly maze of hallucinations, role play, torture, and even murder. I mean, this movie has lots of style. And I mean, it's actually a little bit of a better version of that movie Mother that got released a few years back. And it also has a feeling of Suspiria. Like, there's a little Suspiria in this. And I mean, the film kind of felt like a throwback to certain films of like the 60s and 70s, in which like psycho chillers and those art house items that, that critic Pauline Kael calls come dressed as the sick soul of Europe parties. And I mean, this movie would, like, the girls here were nuts. And I mean completely nuts. Two of them even tried to torture one of the other girls, like the girl Daphne. I mean, it was really sick. I mean, it's a little slow, I admit, but it wasn't all that bad. I mean, it wasn't great. Like, it's probably not going to be my top 10 or top 20 of the year, nothing like that. But it was all right. I mean, the performances by the three leads was pretty good. You got Scott Cohen in this. He was pretty decent here. I believe Scott Cohen is on that show of The Americans, so it's always nice to see him pop up and stuff. And I mean, there are some really bloody scenes that happen in this, although it's really hard to tell if this is a horror movie or not. Like, there's some scary, sinister moments, but at times it felt more like a psychological thriller than just a straight up horror. So it's probably not going to like be my top 10 or 20 horror movies of the year or anything, because I'm not really 100% sure to really call this a horror movie, But anyway, I mean, it's also it's directed by a newcomer here, by the way. Like, the director in this is named Mitzi Perrone. Now, this is her first feature, and you can pretty much tell it's her first feature film, because how the direction is, and you can tell it's from a first-time director. And I mean, if you guys are into like stylish art house horror movies like BRAID or even Mother or even Suspiria and any of those levels, I say give this one a shot. I mean, it's not going to be a movie that will appeal to everyone, but it was still pretty decent. I mean, it's not a horror. I mean, it's not a movie that I'll watch again, to be honest with you. I think I'll just watch this movie just once, and that's pretty much it. But other than that, it's definitely a good one. Anyway, now this is not really a well-known horror movie. Like, the movie is not really that well-known, to be honest with you. I mean, I was actually able to watch it at the Cinema Village and at 12th Street. And it was an interesting theater experience, But anyway, have you heard of the horror psychological thriller Braid? If so, what you do with it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here's Thomas L signing off.